So Stan, I know this is a little bit of a controversial subject for you and us, but at what point do you say, I think that you're better off outsourcing this BDC?
Or would you?
Or would you?
So I was anti-outsource for a long time because, one, if I'm going to work at a dealership, it puts me out of a job, obviously. But I also felt like it's better when you're in store, you know what's going on, you have better communication with management, you know what cars in stock, you're less likely to bring someone in wrong. And that's really my issue. Now, keep in mind, during COVID, I took a job running an outsourced BDC company, and I did it for a year. And I took over my friend owns a BDC company, and I went to work for him, and we had a lot of untrained people. And during COVID, it was a different situation. We were pushing more digital retail, we had a major dealer group of like 10 stores that had Roadster in their stores. And I just came out of retail for a year where I was using Roadster. So for me, it was actually fun to be able to incorporate that and train the BDC to use that. We had a situation where we had only 20% of the managers were working. So what would happen is BDC our BDC was not able to answer questions properly, overcome objections. They just got thrown into the job, and we were sending out millions of emails every single day to management, and nobody would respond, and we couldn't get back to the customer. So finally, I created a little training program within our BDC company, and I got on the phone with all the GMs and said, hey, we're getting all these pricing questions. You guys have Roadster. I know how to use it. Do you mind if I train my people how to use it so that we can at least get over that hurdle, get the customer what they want, give them that experience, and then if it comes time to getting a commitment or pushing it further, then we'll contact you, because I know you don't want to get hundreds of emails from us every single day. And they all agreed. And so I made that part of our process. I trained everybody on how to overcome objections, how to talk to customers. And, within a week, we started to do a better job. That's why we talked about DR a little bit yesterday on the phone when we were prepping for this. That's the whole scenario for me. Now I'm doing stuff on the OEM side. DR is a very big thing for us, especially with the OEM that now that we're going through everything that we're going in this industry now. I think there's a big need for it. I just think that we need to work it a little smarter. But at what point do we outsource the BDC? I mean, I always felt like it was a Band-Aid. It was always like, well, we can't get it right. Let's just get somebody making calls for us. And I've seen the dealers flip-flop constantly, outsourcing and then bringing it back and then outsourcing. And and I've seen it work a handful of times, and I've seen it fail a lot of times. And that's why I kind of have this internal struggle. If I had my own outsourced BDC company, I would do things a certain way to retain that dealer. I would get more involved, and I would communicate with the dealers more. I would probably do a meeting every 2 weeks and make sure that they communicate with me. The reason why outsourced BDCs fail, and I'm sure you see this too, is because of the lack of communication with the actual dealer. Yes. They just want things to be done, and that's it.